Hey everybody, it is Brent and I am back with another video. Last week's video, the top 5, kind of inspired me. And then somebody suggested that I do a top 5 books of each edition, and that's kind of what I think I'm going to do. I'm not going to do second edition or third edition because I never played it. Played second edition once, and that's it. I don't own any of the books, so it wouldn't be fair for me to say, oh, this one's the best, because I really just don't know. So, but I'm going to do ADnD tonight, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. This is the set that I learned on. So I will start there. So, number 5, Deities and Demigods. Great book. Did so much more enhancement with the monsters and everything, and then of course you have the whole thing with the mythos, the Cthulhu mythos, Cthulhu monster in there. If you get a chance, Seth Skorkowski actually did a interview with Sandy Peterson, and they talked about that very thing, how that whole process happened, and the ins and outs of that outstanding video. So definitely give it a look. Number 4 on my list is Manual of the Plains. Manual of the Plains, man, how do you not put that in anybody's top whatever list? It's just got to be there. Man, yeah, great book. And then this is going to be a very short video. Number 3, you have the Dungeoneer's Survival Guide. You know what they did. And ADnD, it was the cornerstone of everything. It set the bar. This is what you do. This is how you do it. This is what you can do it with. And these accessory books, that's what they were. It helps you so much with the settings. It helps you so much with the different monsters. It helps you so much with different planes of existence. So, man, I'm already trying to sell my video. I'm not even done yet. Number 2 on my list is the Oriental Adventures. Again, I told the story the last time. Oriental Adventures, one of my favorite books. Again, I had my very favorite character ever, my ninja, Dawkin. He survived the entire life of ADnD. So I enjoyed playing that style of character, had a great time with it. And then, man, my favorite ADnD book is Fiendfolio, the one with the Githyanki on it. Man, again, they took so many different things and just able to expand your game, expand your world, or different worlds, or underworld, or what have you. It was extremely hard coming up with this list, because really there's really not a whole lot of ADnD books that I don't like. And I didn't want to say, oh, the core books, because that's just a sellout, that's just a give me, because the core books are the cornerstone of each edition. So I didn't want to include them. I gave my story last time why the player's handbook for ADnD was so important to me. But I didn't want to include it for here. I was just on any of the lists. It's not going to be any of the core books. But for this edition, hands down, you can't go wrong with any of the books. They're just what they are. It set the example for everything. So that is my AD&D list in a nutshell. Number 5 is Deities and Demigods. Number 4 is Manual of the Planes. Number 3 is the Dungeoneer Survival Guide. And number 2 is Oriental Adventures. And number 1 is the Fiend Folio. So it's all for that list. What else is going on? Well, we did play Tales from the Loop. That actually went really well. Again, Free League product. Can't go wrong with them. Love pretty much everything they do. Their stuff is done very high quality. Talking to the guys that I play with, who played with us, there was 3 of them, and okay, I'm just going to have to say one of the 3 does not like any RPG games except for fantasy settings, and that's really it. If it's not fantasy setting, you can drag him along for the ride, but that's really about it. So he even gave it 4 out of 10 stars because that is why. But for him to give a non-fantasy game anything higher than a 1 is really good. He did say he did enjoyed it. He did have a good time. Would he choose to play it himself on a regular basis? No. But if I said, hey, let's play this again, he said he probably would. And again, high praise coming from this guy. The other 2 guys, one of them really liked it, would like to set up his own character. Now, the first guy did say that too, if he had the ability to set up his own character, because we use the pre-gens, he would probably have liked it better because he would have more say-so. So guy number 2, he said that he really enjoyed it. He liked the dice rolling system from Tales from the Loop. And he again, his biggest complaint was he wished that he could have rolled his own character up. And that really falls on me because we just played the starter box and we used the pre-gens. But he gave it 4 out of 5 stars, so he scored a little bit differently, but he said he really enjoyed it. Guy number 3. He is brand new to RPGs. He's brand new to tabletop games. So we are nerding him along. And he said he enjoyed it. He would also give it 4 out of 5 stars. He didn't care if he had a pre-gen or a rolled up character. He just said he liked the 80s setting. He said it was a pretty interesting setting in general. So he liked it himself. So Tales from the Loop, 2 thumbs up. My guys liked it, so if you get a chance, definitely check it out for Free League. Again, their quality of their books and their products, you cannot go wrong. And most everything I've touched, read, or used has been really nice. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for Tales from the Loop. What else is going on in my world? Really not too much. RPG wise, tomorrow we are playing Those Dark Places, which we have played that before, one time before. Was really well received. They really liked it, including the guy who doesn't really like any fantasy games. I think he does. He just, stands firm. But so tomorrow we're going to play another episode of Those Dark Places. So looking forward to that. And I can probably give you a progress report how that went next week, along with my 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons books. Eventually, I am going to do a top something list of RPGs. That is just so stinking hard for me because, man, there are so many good ones out there. You start counting in the OSRs and just the other genres and stuff. Man, there's so much out there. So that's going to take me a little bit to do, but it is in the works and I will get that done. So, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. So, until next time, game on.